What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Madden 07 Albuquerque Vipers franchise. With just 4 games left in the season, we're going to be taking a look around the league, starting with the standings. The Cleveland Browns are 11-1 on the season so far, having some fantastic success this year. The Texans and Jaguars both 7-5. Indianapolis is right behind them, though, at 6-6, and then the Titans at just 3 wins this season. The Bills are 8-4, but the Patriots are right behind them, and then the Jets are 500, and the Dolphins on a 2-game winning streak right now, their first 2 wins of the season. The West looks like it's going to the Chargers. They're the only team in this division with a winning record currently. The same goes for the NFC North, as the Packers are 9-3, and everyone else is 5-7. Atlanta, a great year for them. They are 10-2. The defending champion New Orleans Saints 7-5. The Bucs 6-6, and the Panthers, I would say, are the worst team in the league at 2-10. The Cowboys are on top of the East, but this is a very different division than it was a season ago, as it's very competitive instead of as opposed to last year where the Eagles won it at 8-8. And then finally you have the NFC West, where the Vipers are on top and have already won the division at 11-1. Orlando Cross leads the league in basically every quarterback statistic: passer rating, passing yards, passing touchdowns, and least amount of interceptions, right up there with Big Ben Roethlisberger, 4 each there. Eli Manning has thrown 6, and then Hasselbeck and Vick have each thrown 7. When it comes to running the football, 1,500 yards and 11 touchdowns for Larry Johnson. Lawrence Maroney is second in yards, followed by Ronnie Brown, Willie Parker, and Dominique Davis. I'm looking at rushing touchdowns. There's a lot of the same names up there, although Cedric Benson and Holmberg are up there in rushing touchdowns. Dante Stallworth is up there for almost every receiving category that isn't for receiving touchdowns. Larry Fitzgerald currently in front of that stat there. We're getting to that point in the season. We're getting a lot of 1,000-yard receivers so far this season. Fitzgerald and Stallworth probably the 2 best. Tariq Glenn leads the league in pancakes like he does just about every season. A fantastic signing by Albuquerque about 4 seasons ago now. I think, was it 3 years ago? Something like that. Just one of the best players on our roster. Mobley leads the league in tackles. AJ Hawk, 7 tackles, 4 losses for him. Daryl Fannin has 6 TFLs, as does Eugene Thomas. And then Mario Williams, a record-breaking season for him, or at least a career high for him in sacks at 18, and he still has 4 games left, although the record is, I believe, now 26, as it was set by a player on the Eagles. His name is, I'm slipping on his name right now, but he did break the record a year or 2 ago. We already saw basically all of Orlando Cross's stats because he's on top of the league in just about everything. He has a 70% completion percentage, which is by far the best for him. Last season that he played, and you gotta remember he was out a year ago, so 2 years ago, a 60%. Then before that, it was in the 50s for 2 years, and then it was below 50% his rookie season. So just year after year, he just keeps getting better. Cadillac Williams, 800 yards and 7 touchdowns for him. Cross has run for a couple of touchdowns. Figgins has run for 1, as has Ron White. 77 catches for Larry Fitzgerald for 1,100 yards and 16 touchdowns. Charles Phillips will probably be a 1,000-yard receiver this season. Then you got Vaughan Lewis and Jamarcus Ward, both sitting at about 400 yards. Over 200 yards receiving there for Cadillac Williams. 3 touchdowns for Brandon Jones. He only has 7 catches on the season, so that's a pretty efficient rate right there. The offensive line, they were better last year than they were this season, as Cross has already been sacked 35 times this year. Randall Slater leads the team in tackles. Daryl Fannin and Eugene Thomas, they have a bunch of tackles for loss, as we saw earlier, and this team in general is just really good at doing that. 10 sacks on the season for Fannin. Chrisman has 4, 3 for Wicks, and then 2 for Crawford, Elliott, Cole, and Thomas, and then Steve Farr, Ike Taylor, and Tommy Pauly each have 1. The interceptions have been pretty low this season. In fact, Ike Taylor, who normally seems to get himself about 5 a year, has yet to get one this season. 3 forced fumbles by John Kelly, and we've done a decent job recovering those. And as what seems to be the usual, John Kelly perfect on the year. Orlando Cross, the clear frontrunner for MVP. Behind him is Dante Stallworth, and then Larry Fitzgerald and then behind him, you got Larry Johnson and Eli Manning. So 2 wide receivers in the MVP conversation right now. Cross and Fitzgerald are your first 2 options for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, currently the favorite there is Tupupu of the Jets. The Chargers running back Hitchcock is currently the favorite to win the Rookie of the Year award in front of two of the best rookie quarterbacks of the season. And then Johnson, a linebacker for the Niners, is the favorite for Defensive Rookie. And then Randall Slater is up there at number 3 for that, which, I mean, he has some good plays and some bad plays. He gets slaughtered every now and again, which for whatever reason I was calling him that for this entire season. I guess I'm just a little bit dyslexic. His name is Slater, not Slaughter, if you can read, which apparently I cannot. Today we're going to be hosting the San Francisco 49ers. Joel Morton has thrown 9 touchdowns to 12 interceptions on the season. He's been sacked 41 times. I think I said this last time we played the Niners, but he has just regressed so much. And a lot of that just has to do with the fact that he plays for the Niners. Kevin Jones is going to be injured for today's game, so instead they got Chris Brown at running back. Darius Floyd is their leading receiver, almost 600 yards, 4 touchdowns for him. They got Ron Branson there, Robert Ferguson, Vernon Davis. It's a very below average team, though, just like they've been this entire series. I think their best record has been 6-10 throughout the first 6 seasons here. They've made some nice picks. They got Lake Doe. Mo Lucas is a really good safety, although he's in a contract year, and I could totally see him wanting to take his talent somewhere else to a team that actually wins games. The Niners are 3-8-1 going into this game, and they were destroyed last week in primetime football against the Panthers, who I would still say are a worse team. Yeah, they have the same record as teams like the Bengals and the Dolphins at 2-10, the Carolina Panthers do, but their record, or their overall, is like in the 70s. Like, that's almost as bad as we were in season 1. Like, the Panthers have just regressed so hard in this series. It's kind of crazy how bad they are, but they did kind of put a whooping on the Niners, so maybe they're not actually that bad. I don't know. Starting off today's game, Albuquerque will get the football, and we're going to start off by giving it to Cadillac Williams, who picks up 2 yards. Now Cross quickly throws to the left side, gets it back into the hands of his running back, who picks up a first down. Albuquerque cooking at the 31-yard line now. It's Kirk Figgins in the ball game. Tries to make a move there, and then it gets stripped of the football, and San Francisco jumps on top of it at the 41-yard line, and they will take over. I formation on first down. It's Chris Brown, and the veteran goes up the middle for a gain of 4. Now they're coming out in some offset I formation where they're going to give it to the fullback. Hillard is going to set up 3rd down and short. San Francisco looking for a conversion here. Morton drops back to pass, but he's going to get dropped there. Jeff Robrick, the former Niner, gets to him and forces the sack. Jared Colbert out here to kick this field goal. It is up, and he splits the uprights. A great job there by the young man, putting San Francisco on the board. Albuquerque back on offense. Now Cross fires to the left, and that was a bad overthrow for Jamarcus Ward. It's not often you see Cross make mistakes like that, especially this season. Here's a floater to the right side for Larry Fitzgerald. He brings it down just shy of midfield. Let's take a second look at that. That's a mismatch there as Larry Fitzgerald was being covered by a linebacker, so as soon as he broke out of his route, he was wide open. Cross wants to throw for this again. He's going to fire a strike over the middle. It's Brandon Jones getting us deep into San Francisco territory. Back-to-back big completions by Orlando Cross. Taking the snap again. He's firing to the right side. He's got his tight end Lewis, who picks up 3 or 4 yards there. Man goes in motion to the right side. Now Cadillac's going to run it to the left. Sets up some nice blocking inside of the 10-yard line. Shoved out of bounds at about the 5, but it's all going to be coming back because of a holding call on Tariq Glenn. So instead of first and goal, it's going to be 2nd and 16. We get the football out to Phillips, and then he fumbles it. Luckily, Jamarcus Ward picks it up, and we do get the first down. Figgins in the backfield, but we're looking to throw for this. Cross has all day in the pocket. He's going to move to his left now. He's going to run for it. He's got a first down before he steps out of bounds. That's going to set up goal to go now. Cross wants to throw for it here. Rolling to his right. Pump faking. Sacked on the play. He gets stripped of the football. Luckily, Albuquerque is there for the recovery. That is the third fumble we've had today already. Luckily, we've recovered 2 of them. Now Cross has an open running lane to the left, and he's in for the Vipers touchdown, his 3rd rushing score of the season. That's his 37th touchdown so far. He's threatening to get 40 touchdowns passing, plus, maybe 5 on the ground. I mean, that is a crazy good season, especially considering the era of football that at very least this game was made in. Out of the I formation, now here's a draw play for Chris Brown, who gets blown up in the backfield by Daryl Fannin, the best interior defensive lineman in the league. On 3rd down, Morton wants to throw for it, but instead he's going to be sacked. Fabian Washington came in on the cornerback blitz and hit him so hard that he got himself injured there. Back out on offense, we're setting up a screen for Kirk Figgins. The rookie cuts it back inside and picks up about 5 yards there. And now Mo Lucas seems to be a little banged up. I sang his praises a little bit earlier in the video. Pretty good safety. Hopefully he's going to be all right. Williams runs to the right side on this next play, and he's not really going anywhere there. We also are going to get a quick update on Lucas. It is nothing too serious, and he will return shortly. On 3rd and short, we're going to dump this one off to Owen Daniels, who stiff arms a defender. He's running loose down the left sideline at the 20, 10, and he's going to be tackled at about the 5-yard line there, setting up a 1st down and goal. Great job by the backup tight end, getting those yards after the catch. Cross wants to throw for it on this play, and he's nearly intercepted there. Luckily, the defender drops it. That's why he's not playing wide receiver. 2nd and goal. Williams dives for the end zone, and the Vipers touchdown, and we're going to extend this lead out 14-3. San Francisco with the football again. Here's Chris Brown running to the right side. The Niners trying to stay committed to the ground game, and it kind of works out on that play as he picks up 9 yards. Over 200 total yards already for Albuquerque today, while the Niners just have about 50. It's probably closer to 60 now after Vernon Davis makes that nice catch and run. Here's an update on Fabian Washington, and it is actually a pretty serious injury. He's going to be out for the next 10 weeks, which is essentially going to, end him for the rest of the season, even if we happen to make a Super Bowl run. Morton wants to throw for this on 2nd down, and Ferguson was not ready for the football. That happened last time when we went to San Francisco earlier this season. That could have been a touchdown way back then, and that could have been a touchdown in today's game, and that could have been an interception. Eugene Thomas right through his hands, but he still does get the stop and force a punt. Here's a nice sidearm pass here to Fitzgerald, who gets stripped of the football. Another fumble from Albuquerque, and this time the Niners are going to recover it. That is our 4th fumble in this first half alone. The Niners trying to take advantage of it now. It's Brown up the middle, picking up 6 yards. That's going to get them just inside of the red zone as they're now at the 19-yard line. Brown to the right side. He's held to just about 2. That's going to set up 3rd and 3 now. Some offset I formation. Morton throws off his back foot for Robert Ferguson, who's not going to be able to hold on to that one through the hits. They are in field goal range for Collert, though, and he's going to split the uprights yet again, making it a 1-possession game. Cross wants to throw for it on this next play. Firing to the right side. It's Fitzgerald picking up just about a 1st down there. Indeed it is. Williams is going to get the carry right up the middle here. He's going to pick up about 6 or 7 yards on the run. That gets Albuquerque out to the 50-yard line. Williams out of the game, getting a little bit of a breather. Figgins takes it to the right side and moves the chains. Cross out of the shotgun, looking to throw for it here. Moving to his left. He doesn't really have anyone open. Running back to his right now, and he's just going to take the sack. No one was really open, and that's when you just got to learn to throw it away. An experienced quarterback like Orlando Cross should know better than that by now. Cross wants to throw again, but once again, no one's really open. He's going to sidearm this to Fitzgerald, who makes the catch at the line of scrimmage. Stiff arms a man and picks up about 5 yards. But Orlando Cross took a nasty hit on the play, and now he has to limp off of the field. Now, that is not good at all. So Fernando Lott in the game on third down, and the pressure's going to force an incomplete pass. A very nice job by this San Francisco defense, and that will take us to the break where Albuquerque leads by 8. San Francisco will get the football now to start off the third quarter. Morton looking to throw for this, firing to the left side. It's Robert Ferguson. He was ready for this one. That's going to put them into Vipers territory. Morton had a very slow first half of play, but here in the second half, starting off with some strikes. Morton wants to throw for it again. He's got time. Floating this one to the right side. It's Darius Floyd inside of the red zone. And they get him down to the goal line. John Kelly with a great tackle there. Taking a second look at it. That's Ike Taylor trying to cover him. But he just gets away from him. Taylor also whiffs badly on the tackle. Not a good look for him. First and goal for the Niners, just inches away from the end zone. Morton wants to throw, and he's nearly intercepted over the middle. You should probably just run it 3 straight times here instead of pulling a Seahawks. We also get an update on Orlando Cross. It is nothing too serious, but he will be out the remainder of today's game. So we are going to be counting on not Joel Morton, he's the other quarterback, on Fernando Lott for the rest of today's game. As you saw there, they got the touchdown. They're going to go for 2. A great run by Hillard. The fullback ties the game up at 14 apiece. Surprisingly competitive early on in this game so far. You almost expect a blowout when it's one of the worst teams versus one of the best teams in the league, but it's also a divisional matchup, so you never really know what's going to happen there. Ward jumps up and makes the catch on second down there. A nice job by him, setting up third down and short, where we're going to give it to Figgins. Nope, it's actually going to be a quarterback keeper. A designed quarterback run for Lott gets sniffed out in the backfield, and he gets taken down for a loss of 5, and San Francisco just forced a 3-and-out. That's a nice 9-yard run there by Chris Brown, but they're actually going to bring it back because of a holding call. On second down, he's taking a shot deep here. It's Robert Ferguson again. Maybe those 2 big catches make up for his big drop he had earlier. Another big catch by the former Green Bay Packer. Here's Browning running this one to the left side, and he picks up yet another solid gain there of 5 yards. That's going to get him out to the 24 now. They're going to run the football with Brown, who takes it right up the gut. He gets spun down, and did he pick up the first down? No, not quite. They're marking him short. It's 3rd and inches. Morton wants to throw for it. He fires to the end zone, but instead he's going to be intercepted. Wade Schmidt comes away with the turnover. It's about time we got ourselves one after turning it over twice in today's game already. Cadillac Williams right up the gut, picks up 9 yards there. 2nd and 1, Lott wants to throw for it here. He's got some time, rolling to his right now, and he trips in the backfield and just gets touched down there. Not really sure what he's doing. Maybe it's just kind of some of those butterflies, you get thrown into the middle of a pretty competitive game, although here he makes up for that mistake, connecting with Vaughan Lewis. That was a nice throw on 3rd down. Now we're going to run it on 1st down with Nate Rivers, who we signed to be a return man this season. He hasn't really done what we wanted him to do. He does pick up 2 yards there, though. Lott wants to throw for it again under some pressure, but he fires downfield. Caught by Charles Phillips. Fitzgerald was actually open over the middle on that play, but Lott took the more difficult throw to make, and he still made it, getting us into San Francisco territory. Cadillac Williams runs to the right side here, and he's going to pick up a gain of 8. Into the 4th quarter now, where we're still all tied up, and now Frank Gore with the football, and he fumbles it again, and we're going to lose our 3rd fumble of the ball game. You've got to be kidding me. These fumbles are absolutely killing us so far in today's game. Here's a run to the left by Curtis Brown, and he's going to shake off some defenders, and he is gone. Touchdown, Chris Brown, and the Niners are going to take the lead in the 4th quarter. What a run by the NFL veteran, former Tennessee Titan. That's going to give them the 7-point advantage. Kirk Figgins right up the gut on 1st down as we're trying to work our way downfield and retake this lead. Trying to run it again with Williams, but he goes nowhere there. It's 3rd and 6 now. Lott wants to throw here. He's under a little bit of pressure, though. He's going to fire on the move downfield. It's Charles Phillips again out at the 50. 1st and 10, and Lott wants to throw for it again. Airing it out deep. He's got a really strong arm, and he's going to connect with Jamarcus Ward inside of the 5. Goal to go now for Albuquerque. Here's Gore running it to the right, and he's going to get taken down in the backfield. 2nd and goal now. Now we're going to give it to Williams, and once again, we're not going anywhere there. 3rd and goal now. We got to punch this one into the end zone. Lott under some pressure immediately, though, and he is sacked. It's going to be 4th down and goal now from, what is it, like that 10-yard line or something? So instead of going for it, we're going to bring out John Hall for the field goal, and that will make this a 4-point game, but our defense has got to get a stop. Just about 5.5 minutes left in the game. Can San Francisco hold on to this lead? Morton over the middle. He connects with Ron Brandon there, and that will pick up 6 yards. Morton wants to throw for it again, firing to the left side. A beautiful pass caught by Robert Ferguson, and that's going to set them up in Vipers territory now. Out of the I formation, it's Brown right up the middle here, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. I keep wanting to call him Curtis Brown, but this isn't the Bobcat dynasty. This is Chris Brown, the running back, not the wide receiver. Here's a nice catch made by Floyd running to the right side, and he gets taken down at about the 10-yard line, and Wade Schmidt, who made that possibly touchdown-saving tackle, is a little bit shaken up there. Morton almost intercepted over the middle, almost an interception by Jeff Earlbrick there. 2nd and goal. Morton floats this one to the corner of the end zone there, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown! Darius Floyd, and the 49ers have taken the 2-possession lead late in the game. Just not a good day for Ike Taylor, who's been victimized multiple times. A nice sidearm throw by Fernando Lott is going to get broken up, though, but still kind of a nice pass. We're going to have to throw our way downfield as we are down by 11 points right now. Larry Fitzgerald breaking free to the right side as he got wide open there. Gets away from one defender before getting taken down at the 30-yard line. We hit the 2-minute warning. We've got to score twice. Lott under some pressure connects with Larry Fitzgerald over the middle. That's going to pick up about 9 yards there, and we go up tempo. Lott looking to throw for it again. Now he's looking to run for it. He's got some pretty nice speed. He gets to the 10-yard line before he steps out of bounds. 1st and goal now. Lott wants to throw for it, going to the left side of the end zone. And Jamarcus Ward made the catch, but out of bounds. 2nd and goal. Here's a quick stretch for Charles Phillips. And just like that, we pull within 1 score of the 49ers. We make that a little bit of a closer game, but we're going to go for 2. That way a field goal ties it. Lott wants to throw for it, rolling to his right, and the pass is going to be broken up. No one was really open. He was under a lot of pressure. We're going for the onside kick with under 2 minutes left to play now, and they were not going to be able to recover. Waters, the rookie wide receiver, gets the clutch recovery there. So now it's up to the defense to get a stop. Chris Brown on 1st down goes right up the middle, picks up about 5 yards, and Albuquerque burns their first timeout. 2nd and 6 now. It's out of the I formation. Chris Brown to the left side here. What a great tackle by John Kelly, bringing him down just shy of the sticks. Come on, defense. You got to come up clutch on 3rd down. Brown right up the middle. He gets tripped up, but he picks up enough for the 1st down. And the San Francisco 49ers are going to pull off the upset of the year, going to Albuquerque and winning 28-23. I mean, last time we played the Niners, it was a pretty, it was kind of competitive, more competitive than I think some of the fans expected. It was 35-23, but I don't think anyone expected them to come into our building and defeat us. And I feel like we win this game, well, one, if it's not for all those fumbles. We fumbled the football 5 times, and we lost 3 of those. And yeah, turnovers are going to kill you. They only turned the ball over once, but we turned it over 3 times there. And then once Cross went out, not a whole lot really went our way. Fernando Lott, he played pretty decent actually, but the ground game just wasn't doing anything. Only 28 yards for Cadillac Williams, although the carries were kind of spread out in today's game, but he was averaging under 3 yards per carry in today's game. He's been kind of, he hasn't been very great in recent games this season. Larry Fitzgerald had a really good day though. Charles Phillips, of course, with that big touchdown catch that kind of made this game close at the end there, gave Albuquerque a little bit of a chance. Wade Schmidt, he got hurt at the end of the game. He will be out for 2 weeks. Fabian Washington will be out for 10 weeks. So some big injuries for Albuquerque this week. Luckily, Washington, he's just our dime corner, so we don't rely on him too much. We got a lot of games to look at. It was a great week of football. We're going to start off with this game. We had the Falcons at the Saints, and the Saints blow the brakes off of them, and a lot of that is because of the return of Reggie Bush. He had over 100 yards rushing, 3 rushing touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown as well. This Saints offense flows through Reggie Bush, so now that he's back, I would not be surprised if they just ran the table. The Patriots are going to take the lead in the division. They have a half-game lead now over the Buffalo Bills as they win 31-24. Mark Clayton had a great day for New England, over 100 yards for him. Seattle really needed this win if they want to make a late-season playoff push, but I don't think that's going to happen as Green Bay annihilates them 46-12. Leinart only a 40% completion percentage, and he was picked off 3 times. They allowed over 100 yards to Larry Johnson and over 100 yards to their tight end, Kerry Little. Miami almost made it 3 games straight with a win. They were up 20-0 at halftime, but then Big Ben threw 3 touchdowns in a big-time second-half comeback, keeping Indianapolis's playoff hopes alive as they win this game 27-20. Here's a game that's pretty important when it comes to the AFC wildcard race. The Jets beat the Jaguars 24-14. 3 touchdowns by Manning, 2 by Mike Vick here. Steve Smith over 100 yards receiving for him in the victory. On Sunday Night Football, we had a great game in the NFC East, as we saw earlier, a very competitive division, and Philadelphia wins it 25-24. Seneca Wallace, he threw 2 touchdowns, including the game winner. He also ran for over 100 yards. Some more NFC East action on Monday Night Football. The Giants are going to be taking control of the division as they defeat Dallas 28-21. 2 interceptions by Vince Young, 2 by Gerald Williams, the Giants quarterback. Tatum Bell ran for over 100 yards for the Giants in this victory. And that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you're not already subscribed, I would very much appreciate it if you did and left a like on the video as well. But until next time, this has been Jeffrey, reminding you to stay moist.